What is going on, guys? JFC here. The market is dying, is what I'd like to say. Why is it dying, though? That's what we want to answer and talk about today. When is it going to go up next? What do we do now? How do you make coins when the market is dying, right? Because not many people are making coins right now. So if you're making coins, you're really up on the competition. So let's talk about how we do that today. Lots to talk about. Let's hop into it. First and foremost, what have I been doing since I got off stream today? Not a ton, because I've just been waiting on the outside and seeing what this market looks like. I've been trading with literally icons and heroes and informs. About one of like 76. So I sold one for a loss. You can't see how much that you bought them for, which is stupid. I wish you could see that. But bought these guys at 64K. So when these guys dropped that low, I kind of figured, I'm like, that is just too low. I could not help myself. I had to buy some. So we did make some coins on them. Leroy Sané's about like 37.25. So making not much on them, even though this card is insanely cheap. And I don't think that that price is what he should be. I don't see him going up today. It could be later in the week, but it's kind of wanted to get out of him and invest in like my icons and my icons and heroes. These guys, I still have a couple up because I'm trading with those tonight. Those guys, if I can sell them, I'm making, 10 to 20K each card or so. Got a lot of fodder on the trade pile. So let's first look at is how the market is doing right now. You basically are just seeing it kind of at slight dips and slight rises and slight dips and slight rises. We're not seeing much movement at all in the market right now. And the reason for that, I think, is just the fact that we're not seeing very much hyped content. The content is what the cool kids, I think, would call mid nowadays. It's just not that good. And people are preparing for the hero pack. Nobody really is that confident in buying cards right now. So you're just not seeing much move on the market. And then you add the supply added on from all these packs that came out today. And just a recipe for cards not moving or going down on the market. And that's just what we've seen for the last day or two. Some of these meta golds like Dembele and Nkunku and Llorente, Heung-min Son just killed in price. And a lot of that because these new promo cards are so cheap. ML Smith Rowe is 60K. Ivan Toney is 31K. Meunier, 14.75. LaCroix, who's an insane center back, 78.5K. I actually bought a couple of LaCroix at like 70K because I was like, I just cannot help myself but buy at this price. And he's up a little bit, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see how he kind of moves tomorrow and Monday, and maybe sell him then. Other cards, even out of pack specials like this Dzeko, I sold for a loss. I bought him at like 135K, sold about 135K. So I made nothing on this Edin Dzeko. Certain cards are just not going up. And I think the reason, like I was saying, people are just not buying teams right now. So what does that say? Well, there's going to be a time when people are going to buy teams. And certain cards are going to rebound and rise up. But the question is, which cards are going to do that? So what I would do is today on Sunday, right? Just keep an eye on these meta golds. Because if we got guys like Valverde going to like 24K today or something crazy, we're talking like really, really low. We're talking, where is Varane here? If we're talking Rafael Varane going to like 15K or something like that, like something crazy, that to me are the buys, because there's going to be a time soon where the market does rise, right? It will eventually rise back up. The question is just how far does it drop? Because it's going to rise up eventually, right? It's going to happen. We got to just do our best to figure out when is that lowest point before it rises back up. And I think that there's a chance that that's today, depending on the content that comes out. Now, I'm not streaming today, so I can't really help you guys live and tell you if that's the case. But what I will say is, look at some of these prices. If you want cards for your team, have a look. If they drop like even more today, I think you cannot go wrong with buying. And obviously, like gold cards are always a little bit riskier than the rest because they're obviously so heavily supplied. But if you look at like promo cards, or if you're looking at informs, if Asana goes down to like 5K or something just crazy, Joe Gomez goes down back to what he was like 47K. There is profit potential in a lot of these cards. It's just, when are we buying at the lowest point? So one thing that I would possibly look at investing in, let's look at heroes, because heroes today I was actually able to make a little bit of coins on, not much. And for this market, that is like pulling teeth. So some of these hero cards, like the runs below 87 rated, I would check. We'll talk about this in tomorrow's video too, but I think not only after the hero SBC comes out, but I think before it even, we're gonna see some decent chances to buy cards. Some of these cards are gonna get panic sold, especially because people are expecting Monday to be the day, right? Look Sunday night, I think you might be able to get some heroes on decent prices. Check their prices right now, look at them, try and get a little bit of a grasp of what they are. If they're down a bunch, I would not be surprised if we see a rise almost immediately after the SBC comes out, because people don't pack them and pack the expensive ones, and they in turn just buy all their cards back. Like Nakata's one of the guys who's fluctuating a lot right now. Bought him at 150K, and he I think when last Wednesday or Thursday at his peak was like 180 almost. So he's gone down quite a bit because people are just expecting a lot of people to pack this Nakata card. There's lots of things to look at because heroes are very highly in demand this year. They're arguably more in demand than icons are. So I would not be surprised if that's what we see, like the big bounce back happen after the icon or the hero pack comes out, sorry, is that they're kind of a catalyst to that market rise that we might see over the course of this next week. Now let's hop into fodder, because fodder right now is staying about stagnant, I believe, right? And it's maybe even going up a slight bit. And the problem with that, the market right now is going down in a lot of areas, and fodder, despite the fact it's heavily supplied, is like staying the same, which tells me it's very heavily invested in. I still think these prices are not bad. Like 14k for 86s is still not bad. A little over 2k for 84s is not the worst. 85s at like 9.2, 9.3 isn't the worst ever. I know fodder right now is a very tempting investment, but if these guys go up higher today, I would just be a little worried about buying more. And a lot of you guys bought already, which is great, because if you guys bought at like the 13k range for 86s, like a little bit under 9k for 85s, you guys are already looking good. So you're totally good there. Don't sell or anything like that before the SBC comes out, because it's going to rise. But it's just, if you want to buy in or like go all in more on fodder, I'd be a little bit wary if these guys go up today after content. But after content, there's no SBCs that come out, right? Like no reason for these guys to really go up in price at all. And if they do, if 86s are like 15.5 or something like that, just don't, I would not personally buy at that price, because I'm worried that they're a little too over invested in. But if they stay around like the 14k range, or even if they drop a little bit before, I'm talking about 86s that drop below like the 14k range. If 87s are like continue at like the 17k-ish range, 88s 25, then you're looking good. You can still buy some fodder for sure. And you still can buy now. It's just, I think we might not see the returns we saw on the last time we invested in fodder together, because it's just so heavily invested in, and because I think people are preparing for this hero pack so much right now. It's just weird that the market is going down and fodder is not going down with it, despite that being just as supplied, more supplied as even the meta cards, right? So it makes me like it a teeny bit less, but still it's not bad, right? It's not like, don't think about selling your fodder at all right now, because it's going to go up when the hero SBC comes out. I'm just kind of saying that we might not see the returns we saw the last time we invested in it, but that's okay. You know, if you still see profit, you'll still see profit, because that on this market right now is very nice. What I think is going to be great today though, look for bids. We're going to see more packs in store today. I guarantee you that. It's a weekend. It's weekend league rewards. We're going to be seeing another influx of supply of these cards. Look at bids, because if you can pick up some 86s like 13k at open bid or something like that, 85s at under 9, 84s under 2, 87s 17 or less, like those are great deals. And I saw people today saying like, oh, I got 86s at like 12.5 on bid. And it's like, yeah, that's insane. If you can pick up some of those guys on bid, I would look for that, because you're going to see a ton of supply of like open bid cards. Another shout, 83 rateds. There's a chance we see an 83 rated squad in the hero pack, which might make 83s rise. I'd maybe club stock 83s. I wouldn't go like all in, because there's a chance that they just don't rise at all. So I'd maybe do a club stock of 83s, which means like buy one of each and just put them in your club, because obviously they discarded like 750, so it's literally risk free. And then if they rise up to like 1.2, 1.3k, you're making some good money, because there's a lot of 83s to buy. So that's maybe what I would look at as well as a decent show. That's what I did today. I club stock some 83s. So obviously the market has gone down the last couple days, right? How do you make coins continuously in this market despite it going down? Well, one of the best ways to do it, consumable trading is unbelievably good. I talk about this in almost every video now, because this is the way I make like half of my coins. It feels like I'm trading like for like 5 hours a day, and I still make half my coins off of like the easiest way I trade. That's because position modifiers are so needed for SBCs. Buy at their cheapest right now, they're 1100 or 1200. Buy them at this price, go on bid, get them in like 1000. Let's look for 1700. They'll lazy sell a lot of them. You just got to keep listing every single hour, keep listing at the same time so you don't forget. What's going to happen is when this SBC goes away, right? This position modifier upgrade, it goes away in 5 days. This is repeatable 5 times. People get a lot of position modifiers from these. Right now, there's a ton of supply in the market. We got mega packs, I think, right? So position modifiers are all over these mega packs. Yep, we got mega packs. So that in turn drives down the price of position modifiers. You also have the addition of that SBC coming out, which makes the demand a little bit less. Once that goes away, once we get a day where there's no promo packs that have consumables in them, and then we get a day where the market goes up, position modifiers are going to boom in price. So not only can you sell these and make a profit on them, and like literally any time, you also can make a profit extra when they actually go up in price, literally. So if they stay the same in price, you still make profit. If they go up in price, you make even more profit. It's quite literally risk-free. I'm doing these like all day. I have like 50 on my trade pile at a time. Right now, I'm just trying to sell my contracts. Did I get an icon sale? Nice. Okay, I got a Makalele sale. Because I open packs, I have some contracts. I was selling for 300 coins. But this is something you can do as well. Look at manager contracts. Look at gold rare manager contracts. Let's find out what they're going for. Do we see any here below 350? Yes. Buy them at 250, list them at 450, 500. You're going to get sales on these. Look at these people. I have this at 800, and I guarantee you're going to see some sales at 800. I mean, people just lazy buy anything in this game. Look at these last 2 pages I've seen. Imagine you click on there, you need a contract in your manager, you scroll through these 3 pages and you see nothing but this. You're gonna buy these 750 cards because it's the last you see. I finally, like 4 pages later, got to a couple at like 350. I'm still scrolling right now and I still have not seen anything lower. 500 right here. You know, you're gonna get lazy sales on these for almost double your coins you put in. And no matter what time of year, no matter what the market looks like, it's amazing to do this with. I know it's not as fun as buying heroes, icons, etc. But I promise you, when you have 2 mil in your bank, you are not gonna care how you got it. You're just gonna care that you have it there. Also, bronze pack method actually isn't bad right now. No, bronze pack method is like, you know, it's bronze pack method. It's tedious to do, it's boring, but bronze pack method is also great to do. Right now, rares are going for like 400 a pop-ish. So if you get a rare in it, you basically make coins. But even when I don't get a rare, I got a Liga in bronze. So if you get a Liga in bronze, just store it in your club because that's gonna be, you know, 500 to 1,000 coins at some point. So I basically, if you talk about when the Liga on SBC comes out, this pack is money already. Despite it not being out now, it doesn't really matter because you know you're gonna be playing this game when the Liga on SBC is out, right? So you made coins on this pack. So you just quick sell everything else in here. I'm gonna keep all the players. Look and see if any players go for anything. You can list them up at 200 if you want to. I'm just gonna keep them. Here's my next one. There's a rare here. Let's see what he's going for. 500, 450. Yeah, you'll get 450 sales on this. You'll get 400, 450 sales. That's insta profit. And this is a Prem bronze. So already when the Liga SPC comes out, he's going to be money. So I'm just going to keep him. I'm not even going to sell him. And then these guys, same thing. Liga SPCs are going to come out and they're going to be more in demand than they are now. If you do bronze pack method and also invest in Liga SPC silvers, when the Liga SPCs come out, you're going to be looking at like huge profits immediately. So for the long term, bronze pack methods is great. Even for the short term, it's probably honestly pretty good. One more thing let's talk about. We are actually seeing some decent Serie A hype coming because Dodo came out. We also have this dynamic duo coming. It's Arnautovic and Posh, which like doesn't have a ton of hype, right? But this Arnautovic card might be really good, so it might be done a lot, and it's probably going to be cheap. So I would not be surprised if we see some Serie A cards rise when the market rises. So look at maybe Serie A cards to invest in as well, because we have the Informed Barella card too, which is fairly cheap. So just check prices today. I think if prices go down even more today, if they go down like another 3-4K, I really don't hate buying certain meta cards. Like look at the top meta cards, talk about top 30 on Futbin. If they go down even more, it's probably not the worst thing ever. Even if they don't go up, there's still a lot of potential for them to rise. So I don't hate buying over the course of like today and into Monday, because usually Monday we see that market rise. So even though we know the Hero SBC is coming, we still saw it rise last Monday despite the Icon SBC. So I think with that being said, check it out in Fodder too. Obviously, if it continues to kind of go up too much, I hesitate to buy a ton of it. If it goes down though, I'm all about it. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Any questions you guys have, leave a comment down below. I will not be streaming today, but we'll be back on Monday for the grind. I will see you guys in the next video very, very soon. Peace.